you guys? It's your girl, Krista Holiday. Welcome to another episode of Hip Hop and Poetry. I have a wonderful, cool, lit guest, Michael. Introduce yourself to the people about
So,
your
my
social
name's
media.
my name's Micheal Ramiro. I am 21 years old. 21, and you should follow me on Instagram. Username is Our Mother the Mountain, but mountain has two ends. So
And you guys don't worry, I have a link in the description for you. So, as you know, this show is about hip hop and poetry. So I'm gonna ask him just a couple of questions. First question is, what is the earliest memory you can recall about poetry?
okay, cool. So I'm 21 now, but when I was 14, so this is 7 years ago, I was at the Denton Square, and there's a store called Recycled Books, and they have a lot of books, used records, just anything, like a bunch of stuff there. And I went in, and I went upstairs to the contemporary like literature, and I was just looking through, and at the time I wasn't even very big on reading. I didn't discover like a passion for reading or anything like that until I was in late high school, late teens. But I was 14, and I was at Recycled Books going through the contemporary literature, and I found a T.S. Eliot book. It's called The Wasteland. It's a compilation of like modernist poetry, and there was a poem that like really stuck out to me called The Hippopotamus in it.
The
And
hippopotamus?
That's what the poem was called, The Hippopotamus.
Please share.
I don't remember the poem
Oh,
word
no,
for
no,
word.
not sure. What is it about?
What it's about? It's just
I'm
about.
thinking of hippopotamus, right?
You're thinking of like an animal, hippopotamus.
Right, exactly.
No, it's sort of just like about like. It's about the bigger picture. It's about like looking forward to life and understanding that things like, even though like you may be going through it now and like things are bad now, that there is something bigger. There is a purpose for like everything that's going on. So, a hippopotamus is like a big, like scary kind of creature.
Okay.
So
Look at youngster being out deep of substance, right?
yeah, exactly.
So, what made you go into the pick up that book? Did you hear about it? Or
Well, actually, there's actually a piece, like a painting on the front of the cover, and that's what caught my eye. It's really like it's a really like modernistic, like kind of like neoliberal like painting. It's almost like graffiti, but at the same time it has like composure to it. So it's like a face, like it's a painting of someone's face, but it's done in like a very like abstract and like kind of like street art kind of style, which I thought was cool for a book that came out in like the 1920s, I suppose.
Right.
But
I
I picked
had
it. I
it
picked it up
time.
because the cover.
So that's good to know. So all you writers, I know it's a lot of people who write, who are artists, poets, who watch this channel. And he's saying that at a young age that maybe the artwork, it is important. Sometimes as a writer, we focus solely on the content, but some time and effort should really be focused on the cover as well. I have one more question for you, and then we can head back.
Yeah.
We're at work right now, so see what we do for hip hop and poetry. All right. The last question I will ask is, in pop culture, do you see any type of hint of poetry or poetics?
In pop culture, like current pop culture, or like
Yeah.
just any time period.
Contemporary, so like now 2020 is around the corner. Do you see any hints of poetry or any hints of poetic? What I mean by that is
Captain Carmen Dawson, please.
sorry, heightened creativity. pretty
Heightened
much.
creativity. Okay, cool. So this is actually something like
Excuse me.
I think when we're talking about poetry, you can talk about like, or especially like poetry in the modern age. It's funny, but like all these rappers that you see coming off of like SoundCloud and stuff, like stuff like that, like that's like for the like kids coming around the corner, and like kids who are like 16, like 17, like that's what they're picking up from. Like they're picking poetry up from, like they're just picking up lyricism from that, even though like a lot of those rappers don't really have like very good lyrical content. They're like rhyming, they're doing all that. Listen, I mess with it. It's cool,
Mm-hmm.
but that's where I see poetry. Like if we're talking like 2020,
Right.
that's where I
right.
see poetry at.
All right, cool. This guy did great. Again, thank you for doing this with me.